Hey YouTube, back for another video. I got another 10 CDs to show for my collection. Couple classics in here in this particular stack, and nothing too amazing, minus maybe one of them. Like I've said before, I grew up in the 90s. You know, before I knew what death metal was and black metal. You know, I listened to traditional metal and you know, hard rock, grunge type stuff. So yeah, I mean, some of that is still in my collection, and I'm just gonna show it all anyways. So. You know, for the hardcore, you know, strictly extreme metal fans, there's not a whole lot here that you're going to really care about, but here we go. By the way, it's Monday today, my last day of Christmas break before I have to go back to school, so I'm pretty fucking sad about that. Just thought I'd throw it in there, and it's cold as fuck outside. I don't know where you guys are all from, or whoever was watching this video, but chime in and let me know where you're at. That'd be kind of cool. Alright, number one. This is where we left off with the last video. This is the most recent Alice in Chains album. The Devil Put Dinosaurs Here. Don't know what the fuck that means. It's an okay album. It isn't amazing, but it's alright. It's not as good as Black Gives Way to Blue, but it's worth a listen. And these next few I threw in with, I alphabetized with Alice in Chains just so I could find them easier, or for, I don't know, whatever I was thinking. This is an album I liked a lot when I was younger, and I like one or two songs now, but I really don't give a shit about this anymore. That is Mad Season with their sole album, Above. If you don't know who Mad Season are, it's kind of a grunge supergroup from the early 90s. It's got like Lane Staley, I don't know, dudes from Pearl Jam, fucking hate Pearl Jam, something like that. I still think that Wake Up is a really fucking good song. River of Deceit is pretty good, and the rest of them are fucking shit. So, that's my opinion on that one. Now we have the first of two of Jerry Cantrell's solo albums. This one is Boggy Depot. It's alright. Liked it a lot when it came out. I still like a few songs here and there, but it's not as strong as his second album that he put out, which is Degradation Trip. I quite like this one, actually. I still think it holds up as a decent album. It's got a couple really strong tracks. It's got some filler, but overall, you know, considering he wrote everything on here, it's pretty solid. One of my favorite parts about this album is the drum sound. Mike, I think his name is Mike Borden. Played for Ozzy, I believe, for a while, maybe still, I don't know. And he played with Faith No More, not a band who I am too into, but anyway, this album it's a really good drumming performance. I always thought so. Whenever I listen to this album, I'm listening to the drums. I don't know, the production, and just the way that the guy, just the way he drums. I don't know, it's really good. I'm not a musician, so you can tell I'm stumbling with my words when I'm trying to describe, you know, fucking techniques and shit. So anyway, hold on. Sorry about that. My fucking battery's dying. Anyway, next album. I think this is the only album this band has. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it is Alternative 4. The Brink, it is called. Got this from Avant-Garde Music. Alternative 4 is a project from, I don't remember the dude's name, but it is an ex-Paradise Lost guy. Or My Dying Bride, one of the two. Sorry about the lack of research. You look into it, figure it out. Anyway, it's like a melodic doom album. It's not doom death or anything. It's just a kind of a melancholic melodic doom. It's pretty good. I've listened only once or twice. I've only had this album since like last year or something like that. Definitely needs more listens, but I do like what I hear. So if you're a doom metal fan, you might want to look into that one. It might be a gem. You might like it. I don't know. Next we have a couple CDs that I bought totally randomly, having only ever heard the name. Being I'm definitely not a prog expert, but I do like a lot of 70s prog. So we have Amon Duel. I got 3 albums from these guys. I only like maybe 20% of the material put together on all these 3 albums. I mean, this is not quite the prog I like. I'm not going to sit here and bash on it because, like I said, I'm really no expert on prog. But a lot of this stuff really goes over my head. This album is called Meetings with Men Machines, Unremarkable Heroes of the Past. yeah, I'm really not going to talk about these three. I'm just gonna name them and move on. And if you like prog, go check them out yourself, because I'm really not the one to judge this kind of stuff. Next, we have Amandul Full Moon, not Full Moon, Full Moon. Don't particularly remember this one. Maybe I've only listened to it once, so I probably should give that one a little more attention before I write it off. And then the final one that I have, Hawk Meets Penguin, Amandul. Yeah, if any prog fans are watching, I'd actually love to hear someone chime in about Amandul. This one is actually Amandul 2. They had different reincarnations of the band. What's the word? Reincarnation? Incarnation? I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, yeah, dude, if you like Amandul, chime in and tell me what you think about these albums, because I don't know, man. They're just kind of over my head. Alright, I got two more. I'm keeping this nice and short. That's cool. Here, the next two are definite classics. These are for the metal fans that are watching. I think you'll agree. I don't think anyone will disagree. Amorphis, Craley and Ifmis. Man, once again, these next two albums are classic, and I really can't add anything to them that hasn't already been said. I mean, countless reviews and magazines, and just I could probably never touch what some of those. But yeah, anyway, that's their first full length. It's just a great fucking death metal album. I own a lot of Amorphis' stuff, throughout their career, older stuff, newer stuff, and I definitely like the older stuff, as most of us do. And they never really lost me. I'll admit, like, even their more modern rock, kind of rock metal sounding stuff, I think it's pretty well done for what it is. But anyway, yeah, the first couple albums will always be untouchable for me. Yeah, man, if you like death metal and you haven't heard that, I mean, you're probably pretty young, but go get this one. Next and final out of that stack of 10, this is my personal favorite Amorphis album. This album is just a timeless, untouchable classic. That is Tales from the Thousand Lakes. I got these both from Relapse Records, by the way. You can probably definitely still get them. They've been printed or pressed or whatever so many times. I don't even know what versions I have anymore. I've had these both for probably over 10 years. But anyway, this album, early in Amorphis' career, and actually really throughout it, they've always been known to kind of, they never really put out the same album twice. And this one really stands alone in their discography. It's more of like a doom death album. I really wish they'd have kept going down this path a little more than they did. I think personally, I think this is when they were at their strongest. It's not their only good album by any means, but I think this is when they sounded the best. Any Amorphis fans, chime in. What era do you like the most? I know most people are going to say probably the first three albums. Their middle stuff, they went to a much more progressive territory, and they kind of did lose me at that point, actually. But they kind of got my attention again within the last 4 or 5 albums. I don't love that material, but I do like it. I think it's good. But I don't know. Yeah. So if you're an Amorphis album, I'm a fucking idiot. I haven't had enough coffee. If you're an Amorphis fan, what album do you like the most? What era do you like the most? Yeah, that's all I got, man. I'll be back in a couple days. Love to hear your thoughts. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for stopping by.